What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Litecoin price chart as we have some updates on our $137.58 price target. Also, there are some potential changes right around the corner in regards to my trading positions in Litecoin. So I would say let's get straight into this. First of all, we can clearly see that we have not hit the price target, so the time window has expired and we have invalidated this price target. We came very close right here, so this was not even 3% have missed until we would have hit this price target, but it turned out that we haven't hit the price target. Therefore, I will delete this one right now. Important, that doesn't mean that we will not go and not make a new high right here. I actually do think that we have the higher likelihood that we will make a new high right here. That is also why you see this green line, and this green line means that there currently is a pending position, a pending buy position in Litecoin. So this at 102.89. That is currently where I want to get in, and if the price is getting there, then my position will open. And right now, let me also show you why I will open the position and also what I'm expecting next, what I'm looking out for. So you probably saw one of my recent updates, even if they were not specifically about Litecoin, but in general, I also talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is leading the market. And what I'm always showing is the 112K level, because this is a very important level. If Bitcoin drops below this level, then we have a bearish stance in the market, and then we have a higher likelihood that also in altcoins that support levels that we will not see a bounce but rather a breakthrough. Also, if we have some breakouts, they mostly end up being false breaks. And if we are back above the 112K level, which since yesterday we are, then the opposite is true. So we have a higher likelihood that we are bouncing at support. The market is generally more bullish. And that is why I have also shifted my stance. When we have dropped here below this 112K level, I said I'm being cautious with my new positions, but right now we are back above. That is why I'm looking to open new positions. And also, therefore, I have placed my pending order here in Litecoin. Also, we should not forget that if we take a look into the long-term trend that we have established since April, we are still clearly in an upward trend right here. But also, if we take a look into the smaller time frame, then we can see that currently here we also have established a downward trend, and therefore it would be very nice if we see a break of structure. The break of structure would happen once we close above this high right here. You can see we have some resistances that we need to break before that. First of all, right here, then here also the one that is already marked in the chart. So there is a lot of work to do, but currently with Bitcoin being back above the 112K level, I do think that the higher likelihood is right now to the upside, so that we are moving back here, and then we will see how long we will take and how often we, for example, get rejected right here, and then at some point we are breaking this, then we have the break of structure, then directly we have the next resistance level, and at some point then we will make a new high. So I do not think that this one right here is the high that we have seen, and that we are at some point breaking this, then we are also activating our next price target. But right now this is not the case. Right now we don't have any clues when this will happen. So right now I'm taking a look at what is potentially happening, and that is for me right now the higher likelihood. But also I need to point out something else that is also a little bit of a warning signal, and that is that we do not want to see that we are breaking here this low. As I said before, if Bitcoin stays above the 112K level, I don't think that this is likely to happen. But also in Bitcoin there can be changes. So in general, in case there are any changes, I will upload a new video. So make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. But the thing that I also want to show you, besides that we would continue the downward trend, but also here what we can see is that we have a head and shoulders pattern. So here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And that means if we are breaking here below the neckline, then we would have a price target to the downside. And that is, of course, what we do not want to see, because this price target then would bring us back down, would also break the longer term upward trend that we have established since April. So that is why we do not want to see this level right here gets broken. Therefore, my eyes are not only in Litecoin but also in Bitcoin, because as I said, I don't think that it is likely that we are breaking this as long as Bitcoin is staying above the 112k level. And that is why also currently I have activated this price target, because I think another dip could definitely be likely before we are continuing to move higher. In case we are moving higher from here and we are not going to test this level again and pick up my order, that's also no problem. There will be other opportunities, but in this case I want to have a really good opportunity. That is why I'm waiting. And as I said, in case there are any updates, I will upload a new video. And in case you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.